Welcome to the FANily!
Hey guys, yeah, McGann, and I'm in a cool opportunity here, so I thought I would kind of make a little video and share. I was helping my parents clean out a house that they own that they haven't lived in like 20 years. And in the garage that hasn't been touched in at least 20 years is all of these boxed up action figures that belong to my dad. And these are the ones that fared pretty well. There's actually a box like this where it looks like wasps have made nest against it over the years and just ruined it. It makes me so sad. But I thought it would be fun just to kind of go through and look at these things individually because I haven't seen most of these in a long time. Like this was my little tiny kid childhood here. All right, so I don't know what my audio quality is gonna sound like, but just to start wherever I find a thing first. We have Star Trek Warp Factor Series 1. And, oh, I see what they mean by serialized. If this is focusing right, on the bottom of the foot, you can see that there is a serial number marked. Or at least I assume that that's what it's referring to, but there is the Borg, here is Commander Riker, Lieutenant Commander Worf. Oh, Q. Q's a great one, but oh, he's probably got the worst box of these. It's all bent up. And then we have Captain Jean-Luc Picard. And I'll just do a quick back of these boxes for anybody who's really into that kind of thing. Looks like every box is going to be different specs for the different characters. Yeah, I remember cutting out the little cardboard things. I actually had a bunch of Star Wars figures, but they were all loose and they were in those collector cases with the Enterprise on it. I think somebody must have broken in and stolen them though, because we did not find them at all when we were going through the house. Couldn't find my Littlest Pet Shops either, and that really broke my heart. I found some, but nowhere near as many as I had. I had all of like the first series of Littlest Pet Shops. Darn, that poor Q box. That's the coolest one. And then Riker, which I have heard that, what's the name, Jonathan Frakes, something like that. The actor who plays Commander Riker is not very nice in person. And then I see too here the boxes aren't in the best of condition, but these are also the serialized Warp Factor series, but they say number 3. Here is Edith Keeler. Not at all familiar with that character, but here it has a very clear, like you can see what the collector number is. And ew, there's a baby roach like stuck half in and half out of this box. And this is why I opted not to do this in my house. Here is Edith Keller again, in case I was not well in focus there. There is the back of the box. And you can see that one's really yellowed too over the years. And here is Cadet Beverly Howard Crusher. And she was only $5.96 at Walmart back in the day. I love when the tags are still on stuff because that's like a part of the story of where this toy went on its journey. So I always tend to leave stickers on. I could be wrong, but that is all I'm seeing for the serialized edition. My husband actually went through and opened up all the big moldy boxes these were in and tried to sort them out. Okay, now from the classic Star Trek movie series, we have Lieutenant Scythe. And yeah, I remember the back of these boxes really well now. It's weird. It's like, I hate that I open stuff, but at the same time I had such good memories playing with this stuff because you forget what the packaging looked like. And then here's Lieutenant Uhura, or Uhura. I've never seen enough of classic Star Trek to really get how they pronounce her name officially. I think it's U, like a hard U. Oh my, these boxes are all like, need a good cleaning. This is, who are you? Dr. McCoy. Yes, that makes sense. Dr. McCoy. Khan! Commander Spock, so I think he had an upgrade in title since the show ended. Again, I'm not really good with classic Star Trek. I was really like bigger on the Next Generation kind of stuff. And you are Lieutenant Sulu. Oh wait, yeah, that's George Takei, right? Yeah, all right. I vaguely know this. I'm not sure about this one. Is that Martia? Martia, the shapeshifter. And Admiral Kirk, not Captain, Admiral. That means he has a fleet now. And it looks like this series had 10 in total. Looks like he didn't get General Chang or Commander Courage, I think is how you say that. All right, next I have the First Contact movie series. This is Lily. And I know I saw that movie in the theater because it had the same actor from Babe the Pig movie. Oh yeah, Zefram Cochrane. I think he was the guy that made Warp Drive, something like that. But these action figures I didn't collect either, even though I'd seen the movie, because they were a little bit bigger, a little more better detailed and stuff than the ones I was collecting. So at that point I was like, I'm not that big on Star Trek anyways. But my dad still made me go see all the movies. Here is William T. Riker. Actually thinking about trying to start a little site just to put up pictures of all the stuff that I've found. So, you know, there's some kind of record on the internet of it. Here we have Captain Picard in Starfleet spacesuit. That one's cool. Now, I had a Captain Kirk from Generations that was in a suit similar to that, and that was like one of my favorite ones. There's a dead moth hanging off of it. But of course, the plastic on this is all yellowed. I'm not sure why that does it for some of them and not others. It's really bizarre. Yeah, here we go. Here's the second one of the same one, but it's not in a yellowed front of the case, so it's not like the plastic that they used was different. Weird. Lieutenant Commander Worf, who, if you are seeing all the app ads that I am recently, he is like the commander of the game ships now. Or I guess maybe that's a big assumption. Maybe it's just somebody who looks like Worf's species and I'm just making assumptions here. Here is the Borg. And yeah, my dad's been a fan of Star Trek since it originally came out. He was actually on Star Trek. I think the episode was Desert Crossing. It was Enterprise with Scott Bakula. He won some fan contest and they flew him out. Lieutenant Commander Data. I cannot remember for the life of me. I know in Generations they tried to make Data more human, like they gave him human emotions. Like I think they took the implant out at the end of the movie, but maybe I'm forgetting. Here is Dr. Beverly Crusher. I loved her so much growing up. I always thought it was so cool that, oh look, here's this major, you know, military-esque operation and their doctor is a female, which was not a very common thing to see in the 90s, or at least not in the early 90s when Beverly Crusher came into existence. And then here was my other favorite, Commander Deanna Troi. And I just thought she was interesting. I thought she was so pretty. And then she ended up being in Gargoyles, which was one of my favorite shows as a kid. So yeah, totally have a little thing for her. You may be hearing giant trucks going by in the background. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot I can do about that. If I put music in my videos now, they just get drowned out with the sound. I don't know what's going on. And now here is our Captain Picard as the backdrop I have falls down. Whee! These are all made for some reason that they don't stand up straight on their own, which is atypical for action figures you tend to see today. Especially the nicer ones like these look like they were. So I'm not sure why these boxes, well, some of them are. Maybe they're just getting too old. Oh, now I'm just getting kind of random boxes here. I'm not sure what I grabbed. Oh, it looks like the Micro Machine kind of things. Star Trek Inner Space series. And we have a little tiny Kirk and McCoy, maybe? Oh, Scotty. On vessel. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me set that down. The USS Enterprise shuttlecraft. Oh yeah, I think I had this one. Yeah, here's Geordi and Troy, Deanna Troi together. I don't even have a ring light on, so I can't help. That's just like the natural lighting system in here. Sorry for the glare. Yes, I know I had one of those. I bet it got snatched because I opened and played with my stuff at that point. Then we have a Klingon Bird of Prey with Commander Worf and Gowron the Klingon. Oh, I remember, yeah, I had one of these Borg cubes too that I had opened and played with. And there's the Borg and Picard right up in there. I don't know what it is, like the smaller the item is, the more I love it. And that was only $5. at a place called Hills, which I'm pretty sure went out of business nationally. I don't think you can find a Hills anymore, but they were great for toys back in the day. And then we have a Romulan warbird with characters, let's see, Captain Picard as a Romulan and Romulan operative Sela. I hope that's somewhat visible. Again, I think I'm gonna try to like do a picture catalog of everything and put that online too on a website. Now we have the Cardassian, really? Am I reading that right? Cardassian. Galore class warship mini playset with Odo and Gul Dukat. Yeah, once we got into Deep Space Nine, I kind of fell out of interest with the series. I was into the characters of the Next Generation, and when it went to the next generation, I was, nah, I'm done. You know, this has been a very long and slow process, so I think even with the glare and everything, I'm just gonna try and move here and speed it up a little bit. So I know I had one of these as a kid. Star Trek Holodecks series. Here is Deanna Troi as Durango. Oh my gosh, the back of this just took me back like 30 years, you have no idea. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I do. I remember these were so fun. Oh, and his son. I do think I had that one too. Yeah, Sheriff Worf in Western attire. Oh my gosh, I think that's the only action figure they ever did with his kid. I think other than these little blips down here, all the back of the boxes are the same on these. Ooh, 2 Deanna Troys. One might disappear. Yeah, I definitely had one of these. I remember this really well. Dr. Beverly Crusher in 1940s attire. Then regular Star Trek, it looks like. The Magutu. And Captain Kirk. Now this is not the one that I had in the spacesuit. I had the one where you could take off the helmet. It was from Generations. I remember it very clearly. I don't think my dad had one. And so it kind of irks me double that it ended up getting stolen because stuff sat in a house that was basically abandoned when it shouldn't have. All right, let's see. We'll head over here. We have got, oh, that one will be neat. Ooh, and that one is also numbered. So we have a 30th anniversary Vina as Orion Animal Woman. So she is interesting. I'm dropping my inheritance over here. Oh my gosh, that's my son's name. Vash, Mystic Galactic Archaeologist. Whoa, I thought I had heard somebody say that that name was on Star Trek before, but I never realized. Okay, well, there's a Vash. Not a very common name. Mr. Spock, who was $5.99. He was an expensive one. And let's see. Oh, I'm so sad when they're getting bent. So I came back with boxes so promptly because I didn't want them to sit on this grated thing forever and just fall to pieces. Alim Garak. Again, we're in Deep Space Nine territory, so out of my context here. But it's kind of cool. Originally, they just had all the action figures on the same sort of card here. Like, they weren't all different. Like, here's First Contact, here's Holodeck. It's neat that it got that popular that they could do that and expand it. Captain James T. Kirk in his purple sexy shirt, I guess. Then here's another Vina, so I won't get too close on that one. You look like the dude from Last Man on Earth. The big dude. What's his name? Todd. Harry Mudd. Classic Star Trek. And here is another Worf. Worf in red. I know he goes through some different color changes over the years. Oh my goodness. Okay. The Traveler. Oh my gosh, last one I think. Captain, oh, Captain Pike. That's the one that Kirk replaces, I believe, if I remember correctly from the movies. Captain Christopher Pike. All right, here's one in a very badly beaten up box. Who do we have here? Oh yeah, Deep Space Nine. Chief Odo, yes. I know them a little bit because it was always on in the house. Oh, like old Geordie LaForge. I mean, am I crazy? He does look kind of old there, doesn't he? A little bit of gray in that mustache, I think. Old Commander Riker, too. I don't think I even remember that episode that this is from. There's another Vash. I don't know why they had two. Maybe they forgot which ones they had of some of these. Maybe they thought some would be more collectible. Picard Galleon as Intergalactic Pirate. Man, I should go back and find the holodeck episodes. They look completely fascinating. And of course, if you want to read any of these cards I'm shortly pausing on, you're welcome to pause the video. Now we have the Jem'Hadar. Worf as governor of Haatoria. It's an interesting one. That one doesn't even say holodeck on it. Maybe it's not. Maybe that was a real title he had at one point. Who am I to say? Oh, I remember this one used to creep me out. The Talosian Keeper. Did not like that one as a child. Oh my gosh, only like 70 more piles to go. I may have overestimated myself here. Okay, let's keep with it. Oh, I know I had one of her growing up. Yeah, that's Deanna Troy's mother. Collector Series 7. Attention collectors, each figure individually numbered. I cannot remember for the life of me how you say that. Loaxana? But oh, I remember getting her out of my case. I remember her little, yeah, her stuff there. The accessories were like awesome. Then we have Lore, who looks like Data to me. Am I crazy? Oh, evil twin of Data. Okay, I've forgotten so much about these. And oh, I had Guinan too. She had a little chess set that was awesome. I love those accessories. Ugh, there's something all over the back of this box. Oh my gosh. Ay. Kind of fitting for the character too. We've got Lieutenant Commander LaForge as a Tarshanan alien, something like that. I don't want to touch the back of this, so you'll have to forgive me if you can't see his foot and accessories all that great, but this is what happens when you don't store your collectibles in temperature-controlled environments. Ugh, but onto something a little more interesting here. Ugh, there's just like little bugs and stuff all over these. This one was neat. This is retired Jean-Luc Picard. I think that was from the series finale. Yeah, All Good Things, the series finale for Star Trek Next Generation. Whew, could I pull up a chair for myself here? It looks like we are about to get a Data? No. It says subject Data, but then species, android Romulan disguise. So we have got, oh, it is Data. Data disguised as a Romulan. And unfortunately, the plastic here's gotten really cloudy, so you can't see him very well, but he's a pretty cool looking figure. Then we have regular Data. Oh yeah, these are the ones I remember really well. They had their names on the stands and just a ton of accessories. And yeah, I think I had two different Deanna Troys because one was like super heavy with makeup. I'm sure my dad has copies, so we'll probably run into them in a minute here. I think I had a Q because Q is a pretty cool guy. My dad had some kind of like cassette tape conversation between Q and Spock, and he would play it quite regularly on car trips, and it was interesting. Q's a neat kind of guy. And here's Doc Brown in his Wild West costume. No, wait. Dr. Noonien Soong. It's not ringing a bell, but then again, I have not rewatched this series in ages and ages and ages. Oh yeah, that one's cool. Captain Jean-Luc Picard as Dixon Hill. Man, they had some neat adventures on that show. I miss it. And we're going to, yeah, classic Will Riker. I had that. I remember that card like staring at me all the time. Probably lost all the accessories over the years. That's why I had those nice collector cases that somebody just went yoink. I guess good thing they didn't open any boxes to see where the really nice sealed ones still are. What is that, Vidian? Victim of the Phage. Could you imagine if they did Doctor Who action figures as prevalently as they have for Star Trek? And like, I even get people who broke in and saw Star Trek stuff and they went, oh yeah, that's something we could sell easy, but Littlest Pet Shops, come on. Can't really read that. That looks like Lana or Ana Torres. Oh, I'm sorry. Alana Torres, I think. Voyager, yep, never saw Voyager. Respected Janeway. Wait, she was Voyager, right? Yes, there she is at the end. Red. Always respected that they put put Janeway in as captain. No, I'm breaking my inheritance. But yeah, I was just kind of over Star Trek at that point. Ambassador Sarek. I believe that's Spock's father. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's too young to be Spock's father if he's in the Next Generation. But he has that tone about him, that kind of presence. Captain Picard as a Romulan. Oh, that's neat. That's very neat. And that was all the way down to $2. That's why we have this in this collection. I would have thought he just bought everything as soon as it came out, but here I go proving myself wrong. Running out of space with how these keep flopping over. Oh yeah, I had you too. Lieutenant Yar. I love the girls, always gravitated towards the female characters. Always, you know, you can't be what you can't imagine. So I really always appreciated that Star Trek let women be in the show and have agency and be important. Hugh Borg, just, yeah. Oh, nothing, I'm just Hugh Man. I'm Hugh Borg. I know I had a Picard as the Borg because that was a freaky looking guy. You know what I'm just realizing? Some of these that have the little circles perforated around the card, they were giving out Pogs with these because it was the 90s and Pogs were a huge thing. That's a nice crossover touch that completely flew over my head earlier. Okay, now we're back to Star Trek Voyager with Lieutenant Carey. I feel like that action figure doesn't do him very good justice. The back of this box is much, much better. Oh my, this one's not in good shape at all either. Well, better than the one that's all rotted, I guess, but Ensign Sasha. Looks like she is a Romulan. You can barely make that out on her nose, but it's much clearer on the trading card. Lieutenant Tuvok. See, the accessories aren't as nice in the newer toys, I guess. They all feel old now, but they were newer compared to the ones I was looking at a minute ago. There is another of Alana Torres. And, oh, I knew she'd be in here somewhere. Captain Janeway. And doesn't she just look like she will kick your teeth in? I love her. I love the actress. She's fabulous. I love her characters. Okay, just 3 more piles in the middle here. We're making a dent. Oh, I had this Worf. He was definitely one I played with a lot. Yeah, he had that crazy Scythe. What do you call those? There's fanboys screaming at their computer right now. What girls can't like Star Trek. Man, I was a little kid when this came out. I was a casual fan at best. Give me a break. There's another of Deanna's mother. I guess maybe my mom was working on her own set. I'm not really sure. Dr. Catherine Pulaski. I think I vaguely remember her in the show, but it's not very solid of a memory. My camera's overheating because this has taken so long. We have another Picard as a Romulan. That one's box looks a good bit better. Oh, Locatus. I could never say that right. I always said it Locatus, where they got Captain Picard and made him into one of the Borg. All right, I better start charging through these a little faster. Here's Commander Sela. I don't remember her offhand either. Another Lieutenant Sessick. Here we have the Doctor, that's all it says. Emergency holodeck Doctor from Voyager. And I hope if anybody is trying to read all these that they're able to see. Scotty from Generations. That's my boy. Oh, is this one's Worf's wife, Ambassador Kayla? Yep, something like that. Yeah, I know I had her. I feel like that was Worf's wife, but again, fuzzy memories are fuzzy. Here is Vulcan and human Spock. Must be more Generations. Yes, it is. Oh, there's the Guinan I used to have. I think they also had a purple action figure of her at one point. Yeah, you can see the 3D chest. They actually had a piece or two that you could come out and move in there. It was really neat, and the cups would fit in the tray. That was one of my super favorites. All right, we can do this. Who else we got? Dr. Leonard McCoy. Very old Leonard McCoy here. Space, the final frontier, Captain Picard. Whew, just a few more back. Don't give out. The cars. The Talaxian. I remember his face in that card better than I do the action figure. This does not match. That is why my mother bought it, because the card does not match the rest of what's in this box. I remember her finding it and being so happy. Chakotay the Marquise. Whew, just a couple more. Oh my gosh, it's like a never-ending pile. Okay, the Vividian again. Hess the Ocampra. And there is another of her down here, so I'm not gonna even hurt my back to get it. Here's a Deep Space Nine Will Riker. Isn't he beautiful? Woo! Deep Space Nine Commander Benjamin Sisko. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? O'Brien Miles. Yeah, see, that one's a Pog. You could pop it out and make it a Pog. So's this one. Who are you? Sisko. Oh, must be young Sisko or his son? Yeah, son of Commander. We got the back and the front. You are cute. Another Riker. Is that one even different? I don't know that it's even different than the last one that I picked up. But sometimes they just change the color of the top of their uniform and call it a day. Oh, Major Nerys, something, I don't know. I know her face. And we're gonna leave it at that because again, for the 100th time, not that big into Deep Space Nine. And another Riker. This one is definitely the same, so I'm not gonna bother with it. But I think the Star Wars and the other odds and ends, we're gonna save that for a different video because I am dying. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you had fun going down Star Trek action figure memory lane of the 90s with me. See you next time. Bye!
If you had fun watching today's video, don't forget to subscribe so that you can see more, and let us know in the comments what other videos you might want to see in the future. Also, don't forget to check out our other channel, The Fangirl, where we talk about all kinds of movies, TV shows, and even books and comics. But viewer discretion is advised. See you next time, FANily members!